All right, so let's imagine a disaster situation. A city's been struck by a massive earthquake and a gigantic tsunami. It's inundated with brackish water, downed power lines, ruptured gas lines. The normal communication methods and roads into the city are completely destroyed. So how do we get into this city and save the people of this city? We use drone and UAV systems like these. Using drone and UAV systems like these will turn an unmanaged catastrophe into a well-thought-out, well-run recovery and repair effort. We'll use small systems like hobbyist systems, like this little hexacopter here. We'll use larger systems like this octocopter, which can lift 15 pounds and fly for about 15 to 20 minutes, all the way up to the Northrop Grumman Global Hawk, which can fly for about 48 hours. This will give us accurate data of the city via high-resolution images, LiDAR scans, such as these, and access to the knowledge where there's downed power lines and damaged facilities. In addition, these drones, like the Global Hawk, can act as a cellular network to provide EMS with data on where there are critical injuries and people who need the most help. So EMS can then go in and help those people while the Global Hawks and drones like these come in and airdrop in supplies and water and food. So these people that aren't in as big a need as the critical cases can be helped. So with the drones doing this, we've also built data on how the city is damaged. We now know that over here on this street, there's a downed power line. EMS can avoid that on the way in. We know that there's a busted gas line over here. They can avoid that as well. We've now mapped out the city entirely, so we know exactly how to rebuild it after we're done getting people saved, getting people's lives saved. The beauty of this is it'll turn a rescue and recovery effort from a year-long ordeal down to maybe 6 months. The other beautiful thing is that data and infrastructure scanning we've done doesn't apply just to disasters. It applies to everyday life. These can solve that problem. Even this little guy right here can inspect power lines, no problems. These inspections will also save lives. These inspections will prevent Larry the lineman from having to go up on a dangerous power line on a windy day and potentially getting blown off and killed. They'll prevent Bob the bridge inspector from having to hang out on a bridge all day, from the underside of a bridge all day. He doesn't have to do that anymore. He has a drone that does it for him. The beauty of all this is it makes things more efficient. It makes things more effective. It makes everything work better. The other really wonderful thing that we can do with drones is known as NDVI. This is an aerial shot of NDVI shot in a local Reno park. We've taken the infrared spectrum and turned it into a usable crop health analysis. So what you're seeing here with the pinkish kind of color in the grass, that's actually incredibly healthy grass. The spectrum ranged from a deep red all the way down to black, with red being incredibly hot and black being inorganic materials. So in doing that, we've now optimized farms as well. Farms in the Central Valley are now using less water. Great, they're already in a crisis. Let's help lessen that. We can do it with drones. Farmer Fred can save 15% on his yearly maintenance bill, or his yearly crop bills, with this drone right here in under 15 hours of flight. That is huge. It also lessens our dependence on petrochemical-based fertilizers and other nasty herbicides and pesticides, which I'm pretty sure everybody's all about these days. The thing is with these drones is they're really in their infancy right now. I like to see them as the PCs of the 1980s. They're real basic, real simple, you know, like the computers in the 80s. We had word processing and Excel and all that, but it was real basic and rudimentary. It's the same thing with these systems now. But when we gave computers 10 years and let them integrate into our society and integrate into our everyday life, look at the world we live in now. You have a computer in your pocket. Pretty much everyone here does. And that is the thing that's going to be the most effective, is in 10 years, I don't think we're going to be able to figure out how we lived without these things doing basic tasks for us on a daily basis. Thanks for listening to me drone on.